Hi, I'm doing a short school interview about how people living in high-rise homes can keep the environment cleaner while reducing unnecessary waste. So I'm gonna ask you 5 quick questions, right, about how your daily waste habits and what can help residents improve. So may I know your name and age first?
My name is Xiao Changfeng and I'm 18 years old this year.
Okay. So first question, can you describe to me your usual routine when disposing household waste?
Usually at night we will collect the trash and then we will go outside and throw it down the garbage chute.
I see. Trash. Okay, so like before you throw the trash down the garbage chute, right? Do you usually like separate the recyclables from the normal waste?
Usually we don't cause I think since I was young, my family, we don't have the habit of separating the non-recyclable and recyclable. So we tend to just throw them together down the garbage chute.
See, because bad habits. I see. Okay. So, what do you think, right, about recycling facilities in your neighborhood?
I think it's good that every HDB now downstairs have at least one recycling bin. It makes it more convenient for the people staying there to recycle.
I see. Okay, so, um, even though your recycling bins are nearby, right? What is stopping people from like recycling properly?
I think is that some people may think recycling is not important, so they choose not to recycle or they just too lazy to recycle.
I see. Okay. So, third question, um, how do poor disposable waste habits affect the cleanliness and the living environment in your neighborhood?
When people litter in the neighborhood, it makes the neighborhood look dirty and will look not properly maintained to other people.
I see. Okay, so, um, why do you think that these problems tend to happen at, and why do you think people still litter there?
I think common place people litter is in the parks because I think some parks are big, so usually the garbage bins are not like very closely placed to one another, so people may find it inconvenient to like find the nearest one, so they just anyhow throw their litter like so people in the bushes so they don't see it.
I see. Okay, so what would you like to see achieved when building a cleaner and more conducive living environment?
I hope that the environment will be have less litter and more greener environment.
I see. So, what do you think is the biggest thing, right, stopping like our neighborhood from having less litter and more greenery?
I think is a lot of residents don't know the importance of recycling, so they will choose to neglect it and not recycle, not knowing its consequences.
I see. Okay. So, what currently motivates you, right, to want these improvements?
One motivation is global warming, because global warming is affecting everybody, so I think it's important that we all do our part.
I see. So, what do you think can make residents like care more about their daily waste habits? They're like affecting stuff they just said global warming.
I think like having posters around the neighborhood can allow residents to understand the importance of recycling and how it affects global warming, so they will be more prone to recycling in the future.
I see. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kier from the Diploma in Sustainability Engineering and Business. I'm doing this interview today for one of my modules, Innovative Product Conceptualization. May I ask you some questions for my project?
Yes,
Okay. May I ask your name, age, occupation, and lifestyle?
my name is Adeline.
Okay.
I'm 43 this year. I'm policy administrator, working from home and also work a few days at office.
Okay. Can you describe your usual routine when disposing household waste?
I will wrap the waste and actually bring to the bin outside, and also those recycle waste I'll bring it downstairs to throw.
Okay. What are the challenges you usually face when throwing away waste in your HDB neighborhood?
The challenges will be like the bin outside is too small, and also those bulky waste I need to bring downstairs. But most of the time, the recycle bin is full.
Oh, I see. What is the most challenging one?
Should be the recycle bin because the recycle bin is as I mentioned, it actually always full. So I will just find the nearest one, but it's quite far away. It's inconvenient.
Okay. What do you think caused it?
Cost it probably because of people online shopping more, and also they actually those cardboard and styrofoam box will just dump it in the recycling.
Okay. What do you think about the recycling facilities in your neighborhood?
It's bad. As I say that as I mentioned, actually it's far away, also hard to find. So most of it is full.
Oh, okay. Um, what is one thing you would add to the current waste disposable system if you could change it?
Like they can actually have advertisement on it and also educate people how to use the recycle bin, what kind of waste that can be dumped in, and also specialize in some bins like some bins for the can and the glasses, and also some bin is for one bin for specialized on the bulky waste.
Okay. How would these new features help?
The benefits to people is like cleaner environment and also educate people to recycle the waste properly.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Um, how did poor waste disposable habits affect the cleanliness and living environment in your neighborhood?
And poor waste will attract pests. Then also it's dirty and the smell is very strong,
Uh, um,
unhygiene.
how has it affected your daily life?
Pests like ants will actually come to my house. I can see like a few episodes that it actually happens. And also the smells actually travels to my house also. I need to close my window all the time.
I see. Um, could you share about a specific incident you personally faced or encountered because of it?
I see. I didn't see, but actually it's my neighbors. I think like high rise littering to the ledge, and also the rubbish actually dropped to the void deck.
Oh, okay. Um, what would you like to see achieved when building a cleaner and more conducive environment?
I feel that they can actually add more recycling, and also I want cleaner environment.
Okay. Why are these improvements important to you?
I don't want to see pests around overflowing bins, and I want my neighborhood to be cleaner.
Yeah, true. Thank you.
Can you describe your usual routine when disposing of household waste?
Okay, so usually what I do is basically my bin, right? I will have a bin at home, like I call it the main bin, and then so that every room has a bin. Then we will accumulate all the waste from every room, right? At some, like, let's say every 2 days or something, right? And then we will accumulate into the main bin. And then what we will do is basically we will take out all the trash, and then every floor has this like disposable rubbish bin, right? That will go to the trash chute under the block. That's where I throw my rubbish. I dispose every like 2 days or whenever it gets full.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what if you have things that are like too heavy or too big to fit in the house chute?
Oh, so usually what I do in that case, like let's for example say like I broke a chair or something and I want to get rid of it. What I do is basically I wouldn't like, obviously I can't fit it into the rubbish chute, right? So what I would do, I would bring it under my house, and then I would like usually leave it next to the rubbish chute, because that's when like the rubbish truck, right? The garbage truck would come, and then they would take the chair itself and then dispose of it.
Okay. What do you think about the recycling facilities in your neighborhood?
In terms of recycling facilities, all that I know of are, number one, there's recycling bins. So like in my neighborhood, everything is like very convenient, because under every block there's a recycling bin. And then nearby at the hawker center, right, we also have this thing where like used batteries are also recycled, like the hawker center. And then there's also like users of recycling bins around the neighborhood, like at all these different facilities, like for example like NTUC hawker centers, where you can just recycle waste like paper, cans, so on and so forth.
I see. Do you find the recycling bins easy to reach and clean to use, or do things like long walking distances or messy bins stop you from recycling?
Like I said, I think it's very convenient, because obviously a recycling bin can be found under everyone's block, so it's not really that hard to walk as long as you just go down the block. But sometimes I think the only thing that's really stopping people from recycling is like the unwillingness, like people might feel lazy like sometimes to actually recycle.
True.
Yeah.
How do poor waste disposal habits affect the cleanliness and living environment in your neighborhood?
So of course, like poor waste management will obviously like pollute the neighborhood. So like for example, let's say someone litters, instead of like let's say throwing waste in its designated area, right, obviously the state of the neighborhood will be much worse, right?
Correct.
And then it will become more polluted, and that's when like unpleasant smells may arise, and that's what causes the neighborhood to like not be as pleasant.
Okay, final question. When people leave trash bags or items lying around lift lobby, does it cause issues such as pests or bad smells? And does it make neighbors start arguing or feeling unhappy with each other?
I think it does make people feel unhappy with each other because these poor trash disposal methods can actually cause all these pests from coming and all these like unwanted guests from coming, and that's when tensions may arise because no one really wants that in the neighborhood, right?
That's true. Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name is Danish Anaki from the Diploma of Sustainability in Engineering Business. Do you mind if I interview you, and do you mind if I record it?
Okay, sure.
Okay, great. So, my first question, may I know your age, occupation, and lifestyle?
Currently, I'm 16 and I'm schooling, and my lifestyle is a bit of a stay-at-home lifestyle.
Alright. So, can you describe your daily habits at home?
Normally, I just like to play games and I like to eat a lot. And sometimes I study and I sleep a bit late.
Alright. So, can you describe your usual routine when disposing household waste?
I normally just wrap up the trash and put it in the trash chute outside my corridor.
Okay. So, what challenges do you usually face when throwing away the waste in your household?
Normally, the trash is just too big, so I have to crunch it up into smaller pieces and throw it down the chute, which is kind of annoying.
Okay, I see. So, what do you think about the recycling facilities in your neighborhood?
The recycling facilities are a bit too far for me to reach because I don't want to go all the way out there. So I'm just gonna throw my trash inside the normal chute.
Okay. So, what is one thing that would currently help the waste disposable system?
I want the recycling bins to be closer to my home so that I can just throw it easier and more conveniently.
Alright. So, how do poor waste disposal habits affect the cleanliness and living quality in your environment?
There's waste all around the floor most of the time, and it makes the place really smelly and it attracts a lot of bugs. And it's very disgusting for me to see, especially when I'm afraid of bugs.
Okay, I see. So, how has this affected your daily life?
As I said, I was afraid of bugs, so normally I'll be a bit scared to go towards my house because the corridors are filled with bugs.
Alright. So, what would you like to see achieved when building a cleaner and more conducive living environment?
I like to see the floor clear with no trash at all, and I want to go home knowing that my home is a clean home.
Okay. So, what would the ideal neighborhood environment look like to you?
It would look like somewhere where everywhere is clean and everywhere smells good, everything is fresh, yeah, like that.
Okay. Thank you for the interview.
Hi, I'm Ranjin and I'll be interviewing you on some questions. Firstly, can I get your name, age, occupation, and lifestyle?
Hi, I'm Fionn. I'm 46 this year. I'm a teacher teaching mother tongue language. I have 3 children. Yeah, so the youngest is 10. So usually after work, I will just return home to coach him on his work. Then weekends, we'll do some swimming and cycling together. Yeah.
I'll move on to the questions. Firstly, can you describe your usual routine when disposing household waste?
Okay, I do have a plastic bag, small plastic bag in the basin to dispose food waste. So after disposing of food waste, we'll usually tie it, and then before I throw in the rubbish bin in the house. Then after that, when it's full, we'll tie it and then throw it into the rubbish chute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you usually dispose of your waste that way, or is there anything that makes it easier or harder?
I doesn't like any water, waste with water droplets on the floor. So I think by tie it into in plastic bag before I dispose, it's cleaner in that way. Yeah. Well, the rubbish is just in the house. I don't find any difficult. Yeah.
The second question is that, what do you think about the recycling facilities in your neighborhood?
Okay, in our estate, we do have a recycling bin just right at basement 1 car park, so it makes us easier for us to do recycling, and dispose of whatever we don't need for recycle.
Do you think people actually use them? Why or why not?
Yes, I think because it's convenient. We do see a lot of things near the bins, especially during New Year period where everybody trying to clear whatever things that they don't need for a better purpose. Yeah.
Third question is that how do poor waste disposal habits affect the cleanliness and living environment in your neighborhood?
Well, in our estate, before the upgrading of the rubbish chute, usually once we open the rubbish chute, we can easily see cockroaches crawling from the rubbish chute. Yeah. So after the renovation and upgrading, we do see less of that. It's also because of fumigation. Yeah. And I think also through education that there are a lot of posters to remind residents not to anyhow throw their rubbish. Yeah.
Have you ever noticed any problems caused by poor waste disposal around your area?
Yeah, sometimes we do see ants on the floor and also cockroaches at basement 1 car park near the rubbish chute. Yeah, but that was way before the renovation of the rubbish chute. Yeah.
My last question is that what would you want to achieve when building a cleaner and more conducive living environment?
I think I would want to have see better cleaner shared area, where children and residents can enjoy. There are lesser pests. Yeah, and I think I also would like to see better recycling habits. Yeah, where people can actually learn how to protect the environment better. Yeah.
What do you think could be done to make people keep the environment cleaner?
I mean, as a teacher, I do think that as a school, we can teach our younger generation on how to better recycle and keep the environment clean. And also, I think the government nowadays, they're also doing a good job by educating or encouraging people to upcycle. Yeah, whereby, for example, the latest, wherever we throw in a glass bottle, we do get a 20 cents. So that's some of the incentives where the government actually try to promote recycling. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.